All right. Good morning. Good morning. See if you can hear me all right. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. What's happening? 28th, I guess, something like that. Wednesday, hump day. Yep. What's going on, guys? Let me get plugged in here, get organized. Yeah. Get the juices flowing. 70 on the sleep score. No mask. Haven't felt good the last couple days. Coming around, though. Coming into it. Good morning, sunshine. Hello, Wendy. Lee Frisbee. Up and at him early there in New York. Here comes Ben Bryant. This place is getting overrun with you pond guys. I love it. Matthew Parron. How are you? Wendy and I are going to do a TikTok later because we were going back and forth this morning, fake laughing. I wasn't doing a very good job of it. She does it better. So we're gonna do our first TikTok together. I think that ought to be interesting. Picking up a walk in a dark parking lot. Things we do to sell ponds. That sounds like a hey, my wife bought something on Facebook Marketplace thing. You ever see those funny memes or reels or whatever? Guys standing out at the edge of some creepy alley with a hair dryer or a lamp or something. Good morning, Roy. What's happening? Danielle, Noel. What's happening? Good morning, team. Good morning, Tim. How are you? You know, sometimes I'm in the mood to say Casper Zach, and sometimes I just can't do it. I just got to be honest. You know, sometimes I'm up for the challenge of pronouncing that last name, and some other times it's just like, hey, Tim, how you doing? Good morning, Chris Wallace. Good to see you here on Instagram. Catherine Thomas is here. Good morning to you. 8:01 on a beautiful Wednesday morning. They said we might have another nor'easter coming in, but I didn't hear tell of it. I looked on the weather app, and I didn't see anything there. Yeah, we want a walk video, or it didn't happen. WOK. Used to be a place in Portland back in the day called the Walk-In. What are you going to do? All right, Argentina, good to see you. Now we're international, guys. Marvin, good to see you, buddy. How are you? It is a beautiful day. Lots going on today. A bunch of calls. I got the DSA today. I'm running that call, the Daily Sales Accelerator. We're going to talk about how to increase revenue. All right, so I'll be barking at you guys at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. If you haven't been part of our Daily Sales Accelerator program inside the Rosenberg Group, please hit me with a DM and I'll get you a link. And you can happily test drive it for a week or so. See what you think. We're that confident. All right. Speaking of confidence, here comes Jubal. Good to see you, buddy. Yes, it is hump day. It's Wednesday, too. I blacked out for a minute there while I drank my coffee, took a nice long pull. Trying to cut back a little bit, from a couple of pots to a pot. No, just kidding. Normally I'm good for 3 cups, but trying to get rid of that afternoon one when I can. Try to sleep a little bit better. Trying to prioritize the sleep, moving thy body, that kind of thing. All the fun stuff, right? Yeah, good times had by all. So good to see you guys. Having a lot of fun this week. We've got a lot going today. Got out and shoveled the patio yesterday. I think we got about 20 inches of snow here. I got the hot tub cleared off, and I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't let that turn into ice. It probably would have caved that thing in. So, when you got to shovel your hot tub, you might be a redneck. I got to go out and shovel off the hot tub. You live in the Northeast, so. Yeah, I saw a reel this morning of a lady wiping off her car and saying, we don't have alligators, we don't have snakes, we don't get earthquakes, we don't have tornadoes. She's wiping 20 inches of snow off her car. So, guys, it's always better where you ain't, so to speak. And but we have it all right here in Maine. I don't mind it. So yeah, we had the governor did a State of the State address last night. So anyway. Moving right along, I want to talk to you guys more about structure today, something that I'm honestly just continue to try to pound into my own dense head at times about structure, having a little structure and replacing the hustle thinking with architecture thinking. That's kind of where I've been headed lately. Good morning, Brandy Kemp. Good to see you. Welcome in, as they say. Most people think that structure limits freedom. Well, I don't want to do that. I hate rules. I don't want to do. Nobody tells me what to do, but it really doesn't. It actually creates freedom because everybody knows their lane. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody knows where they're supposed to be, where they pick up, someone else leaves off, all that. Okay. Yeah. Chaos feels free, right? Sure. Chaos feels free. Structure feels restrictive. I don't want to play by the rules, all that stuff. Have you seen my disc assessment? I don't do that, right? But the chaos can trap you guys, and that's where the overwhelm comes from. And the structure can release you. All right. Chaos, in a world of chaos, you're just reacting. Okay. Structure is a choice. Look what the cat dragged in. I like that one. I haven't dropped that one in a while. Ben, you knocked me off my game every time. Guys, the chaos traps you. Okay. Structure releases you. Okay. You think it might be the opposite, right? I don't want to deal with the structure. I feel trapped, but not really. Okay. Chaos offers a whole bunch of places for people to hide when they don't do their stuff, right? Oh, I didn't know. I thought Bob was doing that. What I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going on over here. It's so chaotic. We're just trying to get stuff done, right? So if your day runs you with that kind of stuff happening, you're not free. And you always hear me talk about how freedom is the thing you check in at the door of entrepreneurship, right? And when you thought it was the thing that you were going after, right? Like, how does that work? I traded my 9 to 5 for a 24/7, 365. Not so fun, right? And I mean, hey, guys, like I said, I don't preach from a high place here, okay? There are people that'll tell you that I've had, my journey through contracting wasn't all that structured at times, okay? Frankly, more chaotic. Some running job to job, the phone driving my schedule, no systems, no rhythm, no space to think and to grow because I was doing all the stuff, right? That shifted when I entered I got some coaching. I got to hear like, oh, other people kind of suffer with the same stuff or put themselves through the same things. Started adding some structured days. Got a hold of my calendar. If it ain't on my calendar, it ain't happening, right? So to speak. Okay. Started to manage my own energy instead of letting everybody else affect it. Okay. And just took some ownership of my own time and what I was doing. Not going to jump up from the desk and run out to the job site just so I can pat myself on the back and say, there, everybody needs me still. Yeah. That's a big giant F as a leader. Okay. All right. So my freedom didn't come from money. It came from structure. And I even had some of that as I entered into the coaching world where it was just like, okay, I'll just do more than the other guy, right? Because, I kind of like to eat next week. I'll just do more. I'll do everything I can do and I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'm going to be dead a long time. That catches up with you guys. And you hear me now talk about really trying to level set that sleep and the things like you can really frig up your nervous system, literally cause yourself physical harm going that hard and hustling too hard. So be careful. Okay. But here's some signs that there's a deficit of structure. Okay. You have reactive days. Everybody's just dragging you in a different direction, just reactive all the time. How about there's no protected time? There's no blocks on your calendar. It's just, throw caution to the winds. Let's see what today brings. Okay. And that everything feels urgent. When everything's urgent, that's not a fun place to be. Good morning, Thomas Farah. Love to see you. I have said every one of these lines. Yeah. And again, I don't know if you just got here, but I don't say them because I lived perfectly in entrepreneurship. There's things that so many of these I've said as well. hey, there's no planning rhythm, right? We don't plan. I mean, how many people on Sunday night take a good look at your calendar, not just for Monday, but for the week? Like, what are we doing this week? What's going on? What can we fit in? What needs to go? What needs to kick to this week? What needs to kick to Q2? Okay. Um, and then the worst one is like exhaustion without progress. Like, it's okay to be exhausted. Frankly, I love a good, getting exhausted and feels good, right? But when you can't point to anything you got done, that's just a big fat F, really, on the report card of entrepreneurship and life. Thanks, Pete. Good to see you, buddy. So which one of those do you live in? Are your days just reactive? Everybody controlling your schedule, or everything's just a fire drill, right? and this is for Ben Bryant. And you're running around and just busy over here, right? Wearing that as a badge of honor. Okay. Oh, I'm busy. What? That reminds me of the time we heard Rusty in the diner. What you doing today, Rusty? Well, what did he say? As little as possible, as much as I can get away with. Just trying to figure out a plan to work it all out. That's what you get if you go way up in northern Maine. And he was sitting on the chair back, grab the chair, spin it around, and then sit on it with your arms like this, folded. And Rusty was just holding court right there in the diner. Thanks, Ben. And he had the coveralls too, with the name tag, with the white name tag and the red lettering, Rusty. And he was Rusty too, big redheaded guy, big mountain of a man. So anyway, we're off track. Which one of those do you live in? Good morning, Jess Novak. Where you been? Ben, let her know. We'll wait. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, you beat Dan Bennett. Good to see you, kid. All right. Here's the shift you need to make, right? We got to go from worker mindset to architect mindset. We got to be not the one like figuring out where the nail goes, but we're going to figure out where the work comes from. Okay? A worker reacts, an architect designs. Think about it, right? Thank you, Ben. Rusty must be going to the transfer station. Yeah. We'll tell that story next time, Dan. We might tell it today. All right. So Dan is up in my camp up north, right? And he's leaving, or he's going out to town to get some provisions, right? And he said, you got anything you need done? I said, yeah, take this bag of trash down to the transfer station. And you don't have a sticker or anything, but just tell me down here with Bob Turner, and he'll probably take it, charge you a few bucks, right? So they get to the station. The gate is kind of half closed, and it says it's not open today. It was kind of one of those weird holidays. And so he goes around the gate. We'll just check with a Connecticut license plate. Not a good move. And so he pulls up to the gate, to the transfer station. The guy comes out of the shack looking at him kind of funny. And he says, what are you doing? Like, we're closed. And Dan's like, yeah, so we're down here at the lake with Bob Turner. I just got a bag of trash. Want to get her. Guy goes, I don't give a F who you're with. He goes, get the fuck out of here. So what we learned is my name doesn't carry that much clout up in Island Falls. And also, don't go to the transfer station on the day that it's closed. And also, black out that Connecticut plate before you go. Oh, man. Anyway, guys, a worker reacts, an architect designs. A worker hustles, an architect structures. A worker fixes, an architect builds. See what I'm doing here? A worker survives, an architect plans. A worker responds, the architect controls. Okay? All right? Workers live in their days. Architects build their days. All right? Think about that for a minute. I hope you caught some of that. Maybe think about it later today as you're driving around. I don't get paid enough for this, right? Good morning, Tim Tripp. How are you? Coffee's good today. So let's talk about the structure stack, okay? Freedom framework, whatever you want to call it, okay? 4 things. Time structure, a morning routine, a little prime time. Prime time, we talked about that. I'm not talking about Dion. Prime time is your time. Okay. What's the best time for you? When are you most productive? Okay. When do you have fresh legs, so to speak? And those deep work blocks. Okay. That's what happens in that section 1 time structure. Another structure, calendar structure. Some theme days. Hey, today's my office day. I'm not moving unless this place blows up. I'm staying right here. Okay. Meeting lanes, right? What requires your time? Like, you don't have to be in every single meeting. Send me the Fathom, right? Protected blocks. Routinely on my calendar, I just put in block because I don't want it going anywhere. Like, if I send Tim Tripp my calendar invite, I'd love to put Tim Tripp on my calendar, but it's not going to be today between 4 and 5 because I know I want to prep for tomorrow. Whatever. Okay. Here, but I'm going to work in my car. Yeah. All right. So decision structure, the next one. So we get time structure, calendar structure, decision structure, where rules are bigger than emotions. All right. Rules are bigger than emotions. That's kind of like standard over feelings, right? And standard greater than moods. Doesn't matter. Whatever your emotion is, your standard rules the day. Okay. And systems are greater than memory. The guys used to say to me, hey, when you come out to the job site, can you bring A, B, C, and once they get to more than 3 items, I'm like, time out. I got to write it down. Because I don't have the memory, right? I get to the store what do they need? And inevitably they call me right when I leave and say, oh, we also need who, not how, right? Check out my blog today. It talks a lot about what we were talking about the other day is buying back your life, who, not how, buy back your time, that kind of thing. A couple of great books. Last one is energy structure. Okay. Those work rest cycles. When are you working? When are you taking an intentional break? No problem, Tim. We love you. When are you taking a break? Okay. And then planning some recovery. Yes, I said recovery. Okay. Yeah, you can go, as Wendy says, harden the paint all the time, but that has a price. Okay. Ben says he loves the idea of theme days. It's a word I'll be needing on one of those office days. Yeah, needed on one of those office days. Start now before the season starts, or else I'll really never do it. Yeah, it's that, Ben. It's just committing to it, and it may not be perfect, right? You may get yanked out here and there, but the intention is that you're going to be in the office for the day. Empower those guys. Have a little, group up, huddle. I know you do this. Hey, what's going on today? Where are the potential areas where you think you might need me? Okay, let's tackle that right now. If this comes up, do this. All right, just empower those guys. Over time, I think that will fall off. Okay, so don't forget to take a look at 21 Digital on Instagram if you need some help with your social media. Lastly, on energy structure, have some focus windows. All right, where you're just like, I am focusing 100% on financials today, or I'm focusing 100% on sales. Okay. Freedom isn't space, guys. It's design, right? It's just design. So be architectural about it. Okay. So challenge, identify one chaotic area in your life. I know you have them. I definitely have them. Okay. And choose one structure to install. Put something in place. It feels good. Schedule it. Okay. I've really been working to get my post out. Like in the morning, it was a little bit hectic, and I was missing my workout, my treadmill stuff. So about 12 days ago, I restructured how I end my day. Now I end my day with scheduling today's post about the live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, so that at 6:30 they pop up just as a reminder. Hey, I'll be live. Okay. Looks like Chris Pierce put a prompt in there. I'll read that in a little bit. Yeah, thank you. Restructure things. So now at 6:30, those pop out. It's like magic, right? I didn't have to do it. And I pull up my outline for the next day, and I familiarize myself with that. Good morning, Dave Howard. Familiarize myself with that so that my prep time is much less, so I can get my treadmill walk in. Okay. Full transparency, the last 2 days I haven't done it because I've felt under the weather. But tomorrow, back to it. So we actually were battling a fever couple nights in a row. Don't know what it was. Kind of low grade, but I'm told it would kill the average man. But I soldiered through it. Bubba, I have not got my workout pick from you. Yeah, I just came clean, dude. Get off my back. I didn't get mine from you either. Yeah, so back at it. Maybe later today, even if I feel good. But I've been trying to. My Aura ring thing said it was blinking in the morning. It said major symptoms. So I said, well, okay, I'll take a break today and then prioritize sleep. So today it said, I'm recovered, feeling better. And I don't know that that thing's perfect, but it's pretty like it's in line with how I feel. So anyway, and the last 2 nights I haven't worn the mask at all just because I I didn't want to. No, I was just trying to breathe. And so I know, 8 a.m. shop. Rachel, I love it when people come in now and admonish themselves for being late. You guys are great. Crack me up. Don't forget to check out the Summit podcast on Spotify. I've had some great guests lately, including the one and only Bubba Hogan. Oh, you busted your ass on the ice. Shoot. Went down in a heap. Yeah, you Memphis folk aren't used to driving or walking on the ice, okay? Out here in the Northeast, we're like a cat, you know? We take a quick slip and flip around and land on all fours. Meow. Yeah, okay, Bubba. Well, I hope you're all right. I'll talk with you here in a little bit anyway. So, so choose one chaotic area. Choose one structure to install around it, okay? Just a system, just to maybe move something like I did. I just kind of moved that prep to the end of the previous day. Game changer, okay? We are. Well, up until about age 40, Dave. Chaos feels free, guys. Structure makes you free, okay? Your next level won't come from more effort. It's going to come from better design, okay? Design your day, design your life, okay? Otherwise, somebody else will, okay? I hope you've enjoyed these last couple of days. I don't want to teach hustle. You know, it's great to talk hustle and going hard in the paint and all that, but I really want to shift toward architecture, shift toward planning, shift toward being super intentional, okay, and not letting people steal your time. Didn't know I could still do splits. Yeah, Bubba, that couldn't have felt good. Hopefully your back is okay from that. That's not good when you have an injury like that. You do not want to go down. Actually, speaking of, well, not injury, but a chronic thing is yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of Wendy's hip replacement. So we climbed, I don't know, what, 4,000 footers, like 4 months out of recovery. So she hit the recovery hard and is doing well. So banana split, only if you slip on a banana peel. Yeah, so 1 year went by quick. You know, a year ago today, I was waiting in main med, tapping my fingers, waiting until they would give me my world back. That's not a great feeling when they wheel somebody you love out back, and you just kind of sit around and wait until they figure it out. So, but that was a long few hours, and got her home. They make you climb stairs right after that. Dan, you know. Dan Bennett's had both hips done. So we got the geriatric ward here on the Live 365. Usually we talk about the weather and our ailments. Just kidding. Bubba, I hope you feel all right and get that behind you. So guys, structure creates freedom. Pay attention to how you're doling out your day, so to speak. Be careful who you give your time to and what you commit it to and what you spend it on. She got that bionic hip. Yeah. I'm trying. We were upstairs. If you had a video camera about a half an hour ago upstairs, you'd laugh because we were trying back and forth. Like she would do that fake laugh, and then I would laugh, and then I'd try it. And it would be so awful that she would laugh. So we'll try to recreate that. Might be TikTok worthy. So anyway, guys, have a great day today. I appreciate you all. Hey, share this out if you don't mind. Appreciate you guys that do. Even you guys that catch it on the rewind if it was impactful. I said something or shared something that made you think, just share it out. That's all I ask. We don't have sponsors. We just trying to help as many people as we can by way of personal and business development, sales, leadership, that kind of stuff. Just making you think and helping you level up at business and life. So, yeah, Dave, thanks. Appreciate you jumping in. Guys, I appreciate you. Be back tomorrow, same time, same station. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.